I'm a writer. The solution. Babe, let's get to the chase. There's a reason why you're up in my space. All up in my face, trying to get a taste of my. I'm a writer.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to TrailBlazerz Radio. More specifically, welcome to TrailBlazerz. I am your host. My name is Frederick Beatty, and I thank you guys so very much for being here. You guys could have been anywhere else, but you guys are right here rocking out with us, and I most definitely appreciate that so very much. I have a wonderful guest in the studio, in the building with me tonight, but before we even get to any of that, just a little bit of house cleaning, Like and follow us on Facebook, like and follow us on Instagram, like and follow us on LinkedIn. That is where most of our content is housed and stored, and also you can check us out there. Also, check out our YouTube page. We live stream the YouTube every show, so it is live right now on YouTube. Check it out. And if you like what you see or hear, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to us and like the page. Now, with all of that out of the way, I forgot one other thing. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, rocking out with us. I most definitely appreciate that. To our listeners, to our fans, if you're new here, welcome. Make yourself at home, kick back, tune in, relax, vibe out with us. And most importantly, gotta give the man upstairs all due praise, because without him, none of this exists, and we wouldn't be here in front of you guys right now. Now that we paid a little bit of bills and got some of the small stuff out of the way, I won't even say small stuff. The young lady that is arrayed to my right, your left, or however you are viewing her today, really doesn't need an introduction, but I'm gonna give it my very level best to do that. This young lady right here, she is, and I'm gonna let her explain the term. She is a lady that wears many hats and has many talents. She is a boss lady, boss diva, and everything of that nature. And I am super, super duper excited to have this lady in the building with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome my guest, Miss T Quest, in the building, y'all. What's up, love? How are you?
Hi. How are thou?
Good. And you?
I'm amazing, like every day of my life.
Oh, well, there we go then. That's what's up. How was your Tuesday?
Well, it's T-Quest Tuesday, so it was amazing. A lot of different conference calls and meetings and stuff, but I know how to get it in, get it out. You know what I'm saying? Not rushing it. I just know how to flow, because this is what I do.
That's what's up, man. I like that.
Thank you.
Go with the flow. Get it in, get it out.
Fact del
So,
mundo.
first and foremost, I'm excited to have you in the building with us tonight, man. I've been looking forward to this conversation actually all day today. So I was like, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be good. Gonna be really, really good. And I'm looking forward to it. So number one, first and foremost, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. See, look at here. Appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna jump right into this right here, because we're gonna get into the nitty gritty of this. So I'm pretty sure you've heard this question before, but I'm gonna ask it again. I'm gonna ask it. You're a boss lady of many talents and many facets.
Mm-hmm.
But who is T Quest really?
Well, there's nothing average or regular about me. Let's be clear. But I'm really just a hard-working, pure-hearted young lady that wants to see the best in everyone. But at the same time, I'm just super chill, someone who just loves to be in her bubble. Before the pandemic, I used to travel a lot and perform almost every day and be around so many different people. And now I'd be like, if it's virtual, great. If it's in person, ooh.
Don't even
But
want
I'm
to be
still here
bothered,
for the
huh?
people. I'm just here for them in a different way. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? But I just
so
work hard and mind my business.
there you go. That's what's up. See, you got that Marshawn Lynch mentality. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
No,
Hey, I
no, not that.
I adapt that attitude sometimes. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I wouldn't do that because I value my time. So I'll make sure that if I give some of my time, it's worth it. Of course, you have the moments you never really know, especially when it's like a client, a potential client, and you're
Right.
talking to them about certain things to see if they need it. Those times you can't really predict to a certain degree, but other than that, I value time
That's
and
right.
I don't try to let people waste mine.
Time is important. Very important
It
in the
is.
essence of it.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, as many calls as even, and like I said, you're a boss diva because you have a lot of things going on. I
That
mean,
is true.
how do
Mm-hmm.
you how do you juggle all that all in one day? It's only 24 hours a day. How do you juggle all that?
Nike, just do it. No, I really my planner, my calendar and stuff is my best friends because I try to organize things as much as I can. They always teach you, especially in business, you want to start your day early so you can get more things done. And the one reason why I really do that is because you never know when miscellaneous things are going to occur. You could be like, I'm gonna
Mm.
do this today, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. All of a sudden, your mama call you, your sister got a vent for about 3 hours. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
So you don't.
gosh.
I understand. You never know when those miscellaneous things are going to happen, and then everything you had on your list to do, you don't get a chance to do it. That's why it's best to start early. It's best to have small things on the list and then get it done versus trying to cram a whole big thing in because you might not do it the proper way. So I really try to schedule things. If people are like, well, let's talk about some stuff. I'm like, yes, I could put you on my schedule for a conversation, for a
Mm.
conference call. I have this meeting at 8. I have the one at 7, but I can squeeze you in between 7 and 6 Eastern. You know what I'm saying? Let me know when you're available and I can put you in. So my,
Mm.
my schedule definitely helps me. And, certain days I may focus on one thing. Today I'm going to focus on radio, the different guests, be booking them and stuff. This day, my main thing will be the magazine writers. I'm gonna take some time to write my blogs so I can have them ready to go. I actually schedule them in my email to be sent out or saved in drafts. So the day is supposed to be posted. All I have to do is click publish, so it makes it easier for myself. It's all about trying to prioritize so you don't stress yourself out as much as you do. And if people take that time to do that, it will make it a little easier. But life is always throwing you curveballs, so it may not work every day, but you still got to put in the effort.
That's what's up. I like that, and I like that answer
Mhm.
because it's only 24 hours in a day, and we spend
And I still sleep 8 to 10 of them.
exactly, and like we spend
Well,
we spend 8 to 10. We spend 8 hours sleeping. We spend 8 hours working, and then what happened? What do you do with the rest of the day? I mean, you're doing something. Either you're doing something productive or you're doing something that's not going to be as fruitful. And I think what you said about your having your planner and then planning out your day, and also having that buffer time to be able to take care of smaller things works real good. I like that.
mhm, absolutely.
So, music artist, voiceover queen, blogger, magazine editor. Oh my God, and a plethora of other things. Which one of these things was the first? Which one of these things was your first love?
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Music thing, ah.
Being a music artist will always be number one. I don't care if I slow down for 2 to 3 4 years, it will always be number one and dear to my heart.
Wow.
Mhm.
So that's been the first love. And how long have you been doing that? How long you been doing music?
Well, I've been doing music all my life. I've been singing since I was a child. I've been writing since I was a child. So it's always been a part of me. And I took it on pretty much full time right after school. And you hit certain rutch paths, so you have to go back, work a 9 to 5 real quick. But I never stopped. Even if I had 2 to 3 jobs, I still made sure that I rocked the mic that night.
Ooh. There we go. And
Oh,
somebody asked me. Somebody already asking, can we get a sample?
yeah, play my tracks. Let me stop. First of all, Cedric got his whole plan, so whenever he want to play some music, that's when he'll play it.
We
He's gonna let
forget
the
if we
men
get to that.
lead, and I'm gonna follow.
If we get to that,
I appreciate that. You said if.
we gonna get
Oh,
to
we
it. I
definitely
promise
gonna
you.
get to the
We
music.
gonna
People want
get
the
to the music.
music.
I promise you. We gonna get to the music. We gonna get to the
Give them
music.
what you want. Give them what they want.
We gonna get to the music. We gonna get to the music.
Mhm.
And I think one of your buddies, Nino Brown, said, "T-Quest, what up?"
What up, though? Shout out to Nino Brown and my single "What Up," which is on all streaming platforms, but you can actually buy it from my website itself. But proceed. Hi,
See,
Nina.
look at you.
That's my partner in greatness.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So when did the voiceover thing? When did you? So when did you know? When did you transition? Because I know you've been doing music is your constant thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when did the magazine thing, the voiceover stuff, and all the graphic design thing? When did all that become a reality?
Well, here's my thing, right? When we were younger, we always want to be in a certain field. I knew no
Right.
matter what, I always wanted to be a boss. And I knew I wanted to work in the entertainment industry. I always knew it was going to be a pop star on a stage performing for everybody. But I always knew the other elements as well. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to like voiceovers and stuff, it all started about everything stems back to being an artist. I noticed that in the business, DJs like DJ drops. When you're like, yo, this is so and so, and I stay rocking with DJ, blah, blah, blah. Right? And then you're like, hey, I want to do a drop for you. I don't mind doing it. I'm in the studio. It's like a drop. They're like, no, no. You know what I'm saying? Can you actually play my music too? I got you, girl. Right? And then what I did was I invested thousands of dollars and so much studio time. And I'm like, I need to do DJ drops. My producers actually got annoyed with me after a while. They was like, do you actually got a song to record tonight? I'd be like, no. But I got like 80 DJ drops. Thank you. Why? Because you got to do what you do. You got to get your name in their heads. You know what I'm saying? So I knew
Right.
what they liked. It's like relationships. You got to know what the people want. And you got to give it to them, right? So I did my
Ooh.
drops, and my voice started circulating so much that people started contacting me. It was like, "Hey, so and so told me that you did his drops. How much do you charge?" I was like, "Oh."
Oh.
And then it kept happening. And then even before that, in the midst of it, I know this comedian who was doing a project and he was doing a skit and he needed a female to do multiple voices. He asked me would I ever do that. I'm like, yeah, I got you. You know what I mean? And then you gotta change the voice a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta get the people what they want. So I did
Oh
a
my
different voices for
gosh.
him. Huh? I'm just saying, whatever the people want, that's what you give. So I did
See.
that for him. And little jobs here and there, skits and intros to the point I was on mixtapes, I was on projects, I was on mixes. Then I became doing radio commercials, audio commercials. I even do business voicemails. And now I'm doing more corporate things for everyone. Because nowadays there's so many entrepreneurs out there who need someone like this behind in the audio. So, it just started building and building. Just like when it comes to being a journalist, I've always been a writer, and I started years ago as a columnist. And I had this column, Inquiring Minds Want to Know, and I was more like a love guru. People would send me
Hmm.
questions and I would answer. And then years later, when I joined the Worldwide Fleet DJs, I started to wear many hats. I said, let me figure out what this organization is outside of DJing so I could see what else I can get out of it. Because you got to take advantage of all your platforms. With the coalition, it's not just DJs, it's hosts, it's artists, it's writers, it's all these things that I do. So I
Wow.
make sure that I was a part of all of it. They had a magazine called Straight Official looking for writers. I'm like, hello, I write. So I joined it. They had another magazine, Apex Couture magazine. I'm like, hello, I write. So I joined it. And then even Writer magazine recruited me as well. The difference is with Straight Official and Apex Couture, I do the Quest Chronicles, life, music, and more from my perspective. A lot of people have to think outside the box. A lot of people are closed minded. They don't want to hear nothing the other person has to say. So, my articles about things people deal with in everyday life that just helps them look at things from a different and maybe a more positive perspective. Like, you know what? I never thought about it like that. Let me try that, So, it's not pushing, but suggesting is up to you because you're grown if you want to try it or not. But then with Writer magazine, that's an adult magazine. So that's for the grown and sexy only. So instead of the Quest Chronicles, I wrote the Sex Chronicles. You see what I'm saying?
Ooh.
But everything still goes hand in hand no matter what I do. Because yes, a lot of entrepreneurs, there's some people out here, their number one love is money. My
Mhm.
number one love is music and happiness. So if I'm gonna do something, invest my time, my energy, no matter if I'm gonna have good days or bad days, it has to be in a field that I have a genuine passion for, because that's gonna help me push to the next day.
That's what's up.
Mhm.
That's what's up. So
Yeah.
so you do drops, you do a lot of voiceovers for a lot of
Yes.
for a lot of things for a lot of people. Which
Hmm.
so which voiceovers do you like doing best? Do you like doing your drops or do you like doing the corporate ones?
To be honest, I'm more popular in the drop scene because I work with so many DJs as an artist and a personality. But I enjoy doing the corporate ones better. I do. I
Wow.
just love the way my voice sound, and it actually flows out better, and it's not me putting on, it's just me being me. And then also at the same time, no disrespect, but sometimes those clientele is a little easier to work with. Here's the script. Here you go. Thank you very much. Now, when you look like, yo, my sister, like, I see you do the drops. How much are they? I'd be like, a simple one is just $10. Well, how many I get for that? Well, how many you think you're supposed to get for $10? Like, like, what do you mean? Like,
How many do you get for $10? What?
it's so bad. And
One?
I'm like, you don't realize you're investing in this just like you invest in your equipment. And
Right.
with my voice, you use it all the time. This is a better investment than other things that you buy on the regular. Because that little 4 for 4 for Wendy's already digested. My voice and my drop is still here. Which one is a better investment? But it is what it is. You take the good with the bad when you deal with clientele.
Oh,
And
well,
then
I see
just
why you
realize
like the
too.
corporate ones better.
I, I enjoy. I'm not. It's easier based off my experiences, but you just have to realize, especially as an entrepreneur, that everyone is not your clientele. Everyone
Exactly.
is not your customer, and you have to grow to that maturity level to understand that. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you or discredit myself or give you a discount because you feel like, shit, well, the other person give me 3 for 15. I'm like, I don't care if the other person gave you a tit. My price is my price. My value is my value, and I refuse to go back and forth with you for 50 minutes for $5.
You know what? That is a very powerful thing to say because especially when it comes to us as entrepreneurs,
Mhm.
because sometimes we want to just give somebody the homie discount just because of this. And I'm like, no, my price is my price. It's gonna be the same for a white person, it's gonna be the same for a black person. And that's not changing.
They want us to buy black, but based off my experience, more black people don't even buy black. And then they make it stressful for you to want to deal with the black customer as well as the black business. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be that complicated. This is
Yeah.
a business like everything else. You show them
Yeah.
respect, you should
Because
show me respect. Period.
oh yeah, most definitely. Because
Because why?
your time and your talent is valuable. And if they don't respect your time and your talent, then I just tell folks,
And
if
that's
that's the case,
fine.
you can just go.
You are just not my client.
Nope.
On to the
Be like,
next. Hmm.
I mean, I'm good for that. I'm real good for that, because I think the one thing I think we as entrepreneurs, as people who own businesses, some of us own multiple businesses,
Yeah.
is that they don't that they a lot of people we tell people what we offer and the services we give them, and then the moment someone says how much, some of them, I'm gonna say some of us, and I'm guilty of that too. Some of we either go down on our price, or we kind of say, well, nah, I ain't gonna charge you. I'm guilty of that.
Hmm.
I'm extremely guilty of that, and I'm like, why did I do that? And I could have made a little bit of money,
Hmm.
but I mean, because you own all these things, you have all these many ventures. what's the most difficult part of running all this, running this huge multimedia empire that you have going on right now?
The hardest part is the customer service part, and to convince people that I am legit. It's just like in relationships. If so many people have broken your heart and let you down, when a good one come around, you don't know how to handle them. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So when people come to me in my business, or my staff for drops or graphics or commercials, merch and traveling or whatever, sometimes they're a little hesitant because they've been burned so many times. And just like a relationship, I gotta be patient. Like, I'm not them. You can check my credentials. You can ask anyone who has worked with me. You can check my website. You can check my app. You can check my examples. Like, I'm legit. I keep everything black and white because I don't want nothing to fall back on me that I didn't put out there. But
right.
everybody can say that. And that's why I make sure I stay on top of everything, and my team stays on top of everything. So I'm like, look, do your research. I'm still gonna be here. And if you still feel some type of way, okay. If you try to convince me to give you discounts, I don't even know you. I'm sorry, but I'm not boo boo the fool. If you can't respect who I am in my business, you're not my clientele. But then there's times people like, this is what I want. I see your work. This is amazing. I would like to order this down the third. How long would it take? I'm like, well, all the process starts when you send the payment. I'll send you an invoice and you get this in like a day or two, whatever. They see like, this is beautiful. I'm gonna come back. I'm like, okay, thanks, great. The way it should be, but you have to be realistic. It's not always gonna be that way, you know? But
Of course it's not.
other than that, I enjoy what I do because I'm in a field doing things that I enjoy. So if it is get a little tedious, if someone may need a revision, which is rare, I don't mind doing it because I enjoy what I do.
Right. And the funny thing, and you mentioned something that's very important.
Hmm.
People don't check. They always think that someone's a fraud or someone's a fake or someone's scamming.
Because a
But
lot
when
of
you
them
tell them,
are.
hey, I got a website. Check out my website. Check out my body of
Hmm.
work. And they still don't, and then they still get to the part that they don't believe it. I'm like, well, geez. I gave you an option to check out my website. I gave you an option to check out, you know, listen, hear my body of work. And they still think that you're a scam or you're a fraud. And I'm like, well, okay.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because sometimes they may check your body of work and they be so shocked how professional and legit you are that they automatically assume your price is out of this world and it's out of their budget. So they rather deflect, knowing that I don't even want to hear the prices because I ain't paying. I can only imagine how much it's gonna be. Instead of being an adult
Preach.
and having a conversation.
Preach.
And sometimes it's not
Preach.
even what you may think because my team and stuff, the prices that we give, we actually are like lowball people. Because if you look at our work, we could be charging way more. But it's not about just making money. It's all about building that trust and having that clientele that always going to come back for more or respectfully tell someone else about us so we can come highly recommended. That's what it's
Wow.
about. Longevity.
I like that.
Mhm.
Building clientele, building community.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
because you have all these these all these, and I keep saying all these things that you have going on, your hands are in so many so many plates right now. You know what I mean is, I will say this: how easy or how difficult is it to build community off of everything that you're doing?
What do you mean exactly?
Well, from like your multimedia thing, for your multimedia
Mhm.
things such as like magazines,
Mhm.
your voiceovers, and all those things. I mean,
Mhm.
how easy is it to build community from one aspect of what you do to another?
Term. Hello?
Yeah, I see. I
Can you
think
hear
you was
me?
in the matrix for a minute. And she's still in the matrix, y'all. There she goes.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, sure can.
Okay. Phrase the community part so I can what do you mean by community? Meaning like
You know, when
fans,
you
clientele? What do you mean?
fans of clientele.
How do I get the clientele in each field?
Yeah, I mean, well, how easy to build that type of community? Like when you, because I know when we all first start out, we're trying to find trying to find that fan base, trying to find that clientele,
Mhm,
trying to build that community of people. And what I mean by community,
mhm,
I mean by those trusted people those trusted few people that you have that are regular clients.
mhm. Well, at the end of the day, one thing you don't want to do is keep trying to find fans and supporter. You want to make sure you take the time out to build the right product, to study your craft,
Mm,
because once you build a solid and strong foundation, the next part was going to be a little easier. You have to understand your business, what you're selling, choose your demographic so you know how to maneuver when dealing with people. I just had a conference call today, and I tell people your family, friends, fan supporter all have a different title for a reason. They all may not be your clients, and you have to understand that. Just because you have family and friends does not mean they're all going to buy something from you. That doesn't mean they're always going to watch your lives. And that's okay. Go find someone who will. Go in those community of people who are doing the same thing you're doing. Go out there and network. I'm always networking and building relationships and connections because that's the best thing. Once you interact with people, you let them know what you do and how they can benefit from it. So when they're having conversations with other people, there's like, hey, you know someone who does this? Actually, I do. Won't you hit on my girl T Quest? She has a whole graphic business and promo videos and everything to actually help you with your business. Me myself and my partner in greatness in our company, we even do Zoom classes to help people. You have to have something on the market that people actually need and that actually helps you
mm,
succeed. Even if it's other people in the same field, that doesn't mean anything. It's all about how you present yourself. What makes you stand out amongst the rest? And even
mhm.
if you don't, there's enough for everybody. Like the bread aisle, there's plenty of loaves of bread down the aisle. They all sell the same product, but guess what? They all eating. There's enough out here for everybody,
But you
and
know
you
what?
can't stop. Mm-hmm.
But you know what though? The unfortunate part of that is that though that particular saying is very true, everybody wants to everybody either wants to eat off your plate or eat off somebody else's plate.
No, they can't eat off my plate, but I can either help them make it. I can help make them a plate, but not eating off my plate. But they can sit at my table. You know,
Yeah.
you have to understand the ones that are coming to you because they genuinely need help versus the ones that is coming at you because they're trying to take advantage of you. You have to learn the difference
Oh yeah.
or learn when they change.
Yeah.
You have to learn and study people, and I've been doing that my whole life. So,
Mm.
hmm
Well, I think anybody that studies people probably have a PhD in that.
well, you said it. You said it.
Hey, I mean, you just have to. I mean, you just have to, and that's
Mhm,
one thing that and that's something that's so important is study the people that you're dealing with, especially
mhm,
your clientele, because you can, I guess, and I can, the way I look at it now, especially when I talk to people now, I can tell if someone's genuinely interested and wanted to come on to a platform. And I'm
mhm.
pretty sure that your years of experience, with studying people and also just being the businesswoman that you are, just from those years, you now you can tell people who have genuine interest
Mhm.
and not like just saying, not just I just wanted not just a flash in the pan. And because if you a flash in the pan, as far as I'm concerned, well, call me back when you're interested.
Mhm. As far
So
as show wise,
anything that's
mhm.
business and anything.
Knowing the difference between a customer and a window shopper,
Exactly.
And even if they want to be on the platform, it's all about can they handle the platform. Some people was begging me before to be on my show, and by the time I finally put them on the show, they froze. Well, you made me nervous. I don't want to let you down. I said, well, if you wasn't ready, you should never be wasting my time. Everybody's not built for this stuff,
If you
and
ask
my
for the
show is
spotlight,
not
you
your
better be ready
tester.
for it.
Facts.
Can't just sit there and do that.
Mm-mm.
But so I mean, all these things you got going on. I mean, it's so interesting to hear how, how number one, how you manage that, within a 24-hour day, but also how you deal with that, I won't say deal with it, how you progress and go through each phase of what you do on a daily basis. It's
Mhm.
real interesting to hear how you do that. You know,
Mhm.
what's now the one thing that I learned, or I won't say learned, one thing that I found a little difficult is transitioning through from one thing to another.
Mhm.
What's the one thing that helps you transition from one aspect of what you do to the other aspect of what you do?
Well, it's easier for me because they all go hand in hand. So when I wake up in the morning and I check my emails, I'll see if I have any drop scripts I have to do, graphics I have to do, any conference calls, any meetings, and then I just do it. Like I told you, I schedule as many of it as I can, and then you take certain days. This day I'm gonna promote this. Like when it comes to social media, I'm like, this day I'm gonna promote things for DJs. This day I'm
Mhm.
gonna promote things for artists. This day I'm gonna promote things for entrepreneurs. And in the midst of this stuff coming in, I just write it down. Like this experiment I've been doing this week about being on this side of the platforms. I started a spreadsheet for every person who got back to me, and I have their name, the name of their show, the time I'm going to be on the show, their emails and everything. And just testing it out. Even like I told you today, I had a calls all day today, and then I had stuff in between, and then I had to design, and then I have to write, and then I had a meeting at 5:30. Then I had another meeting on the phone at 5:30, and then I had a Zoom at 7. It should be here for 8 o'clock. Like you just have to schedule it. It's not overwhelming. You just gotta flow with the day. It's the same thing if you was working a 9 to 5. Whatever you have to do, just do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I do.
Prioritize,
Hmm.
prioritize.
And then
I
I don't
like
beat
that.
myself up if I don't get everything done in a day. If the deadline hasn't been met, it's okay to stop where you are and proceed there the next day, because I'm gonna make sure I still get my proper rest every night. Okay, it is critical. I don't believe in that sleeping that dead nonsense that people try to drill in my head when I was younger, when I first started out. No, that will make you sick. I know because
Mm.
I've been there to the point I drained myself so badly, working so much nonstop to the point I started having panic attacks, and I've never experienced those before. That stuff is real. I will no longer go through that because at the end of the day, just like Americans, we's always working and no play. My
There
life is
you go.
balanced. My life is more balanced now as the Libra diva. You know what I'm saying? And I always encourage people to learn how to balance their life as well. Even people in relationships and marriages who have children and jobs and stuff, you got to really sacrifice time for you.
Right.
It's very critical to your health. And health is wealth.
I don't think a lot of people understand that though.
Nope.
People say sleep is for chumps. I'm like, well, I'm a chump because I'm getting mine. I'm getting my sleep.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
I'm getting my 7 to 8 hours, whatever. You know, it's only
Mm-hmm.
24 hours in a day, and you can't get everything accomplished in 24 hours. I mean, by the time you do all that, it'll be the next damn morning, and then that's on the beginning of another 24-hour cycle. No, I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I can't do today, can't wait till tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I
Absolutely.
can't whatever I can't do tomorrow, can wait till the next day. If it's and my
Mm-hmm.
and I believe and I most definitely hold the same belief as far as deadlines is concerned that you do. If it's not at the deadline, I can push it back, or
I
I can
try to
it can be
go ahead of my deadline if I can. Like my
exactly.
blogs are on different days, but I try to write them all on Sundays and then have them scheduled for the days they're supposed to be sent out or published. Just like my radio stations, I let it be known I'm happy that you've picked up my show, but I send all my stuff out to every station I'm on Sundays. I'm not doing it 24 hours or 48 hours ahead of time. I'm letting you know my procedure. If that works with you and everything, great. If it doesn't, all right.
Cool. Oh,
It just works
cool.
for my schedule. I have a lot on my plate, and I have to stay as organized as I can, as much as I can.
Oof. And that's the one thing I was gonna ask you. How do you stay on? Besides, you said you have it organized in the calendar, but
Hmm.
how do you stay on top of all of that?
Well, you got to realize too, my business is on demand. So if I
Right.
don't have anything to do for the day, I'm always reorganizing. I'm always checking my app to make sure it's up to date. It's made something I need to tweak. I'm always checking my website, see if there's something to update or I need to tweak. I'm always designing new things, whether for a potential client or even for myself as a business, to have make sure I have new, fresh things on my platforms. If that's the case, or maybe I'll go polish up on my writing. There's always something to do, but everything is not always mandatory. But if someone comment, hey, I
Right.
needed this, that, and the third, I'll be like, okay, I got you.
And that's the one thing that, oh my God, people be like, because I am not that organized. So everything that I have is usually like spread out on my desk. As if I can show you a picture of what my desk looks like right now, you probably be like, what the hell?
You know what's on
So
my desk?
huh?
My phones, my notebook, my water, Vaseline.
I got a couple of notebooks and a couple of sheets of paper that's sitting on the keyboard right now.
Mm-mm.
I'm working. I'm working on trying to be better at that. I promise you, I'm working on that.
It's
It's not. It's
one thing at a time. Don't stress yourself. Take it one day. Everything doesn't have to happen cold turkey. Like right now, the first thing you're gonna accomplish is to get the notebook off the keyboard and put it to the side. It's the little things, okay? Little things that matter that end up being big results.
Well, yeah, I like winning the small battle. I like winning the big. I like winning the small battles. And I can get to the large one. I can get to the large one.
Hmm. Exactly.
But I most definitely, I'm most definitely liking this particular. Like I'm enjoying the vibe and the talk conversation. So before we do anything else, I do want to tell because a whole bunch of people have been talking about can we transition to the music? Yes, we can. Good grief, y'all. I was
Look,
enjoying the
you gotta give the
conversation.
people what they want.
Of course, got to give them what they want. Not they. If not, they just gonna. If not, well, hey.
Yeah, but if they asking that much, make sure they follow me on social media at TQuest GLM.
Oh, they better.
Mm-hmm.
They better.
Absolutely.
Because if they don't, I'm gonna make sure they do.
Thank you.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. So the song that I'm gonna play right now is
Mm-hmm.
called "Indulge." So where did that come from? What was the influence or the inspiration behind
Well, I'm glad that you asked. No,
that? She's still hungry.
as a love guru and as a writer and someone who always, stay in our head as artists, we always in our head and have our imagination. I allow the beat to tell me a story or I
Uh-huh.
allow my heart to tell a story. And during that time in my life, I was listening to the beat and I allowed it to tell me a story. And the story it gave me was between two individuals in love. And when you're in love, everything is open, right? So
That is
I'm over
true.
with you with my thoughts. I'm over with you with my mind. I'm over with you with my body. My body is your canvas. And as my maid, I just want you to indulge in my inner icing and know that you are
Ooh,
mine and I am yours.
okay. So yeah, so let me ask you this before we play this song. And I know people have asked you this all the time, but who are your musical influences? Or yeah, who are your musical influences? Or I won't even say who do you emulate yourself as, but because to say that is like to me it's not really
Carbon
it's
copy.
disrespecting the person.
Hmm. Well, to be honest, a lot of people don't ask me that question because they know I don't like that question.
Why not?
It's because there's not individuals that influence me.
Right.
Music as a whole influenced me. I
Oh,
just love music. I just love what it does to you. I love that it's therapy. I love that it's freedom. Whether it's hip hop, R&B, pop, rock, jazz, like I love it all. A great song makes me happy. You see what I'm saying? A great
Right.
message delivered the right way may motivate me to write a song or to do something. That's what it's about. It's music as a whole that influenced me. Now, when some people ask me if I had to pick um certain artists that I enjoyed over the years, I can do stuff like that. Like Anita Baker, Tony Braxton, Aaliyah, Sierra, Missy Elliott, Little Kim, Chris Brown. I can mention people, but
But
it's just music
you'd rather
when it's
you'd
done
rather
the
not.
right way. When it's done the right way.
I feel you on that because I mean, some people would rather not mention those influence people who influence them because I mean, it's just I look at it as kind of like sacrilege or a little bit of disrespect to the people that come before. I mean, I don't. If someone asks me who I'm influenced by musically, I mean, I won't say anything. It's I will say whomever I'm listening to at the time.
hmm It's nothing
That's
wrong by being inspired by people. That's just not my personal journey.
right, right.
That's all.
So do you go you so you listen to the beat and the vibe and that determines your words.
I it depends. Sometimes you can let the beat tell your story, or sometimes you just have a story in your heart, and then you just find the right beat to match it.
Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. See, I mean,
That's
most people don't understand that, but hey, I do wholeheartedly because you have to look at it from that point
mm-hmm.
because of the beat and the music will tell you where you go with that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's your right now. Last question before we jump into this track. So what is your writing process when it comes to that? Like I know you said you're influenced by the beat and that tells you your story. Do you go off kind of like, mood, vibe, feeling?
If I already have the beat and I want to write to that particular beat, I'll just get lost in the beat and see what story it tells me. Or if there's certain feeling I want to write, I'll go through beats to see if one of them tells me the story that's connected to what's on my mind and what's in my heart. You know.
Got you. I got you. I got you.
So
I like that
yeah.
because most people don't attack it that way. That's for me. That's a kind of a sort of an unusual way to attack it, but it's very interesting because it brings
Some
about the
people
same.
just go. Some people ain't got no
Exactly.
thought. They ain't got no hurt. They ain't got no pain. They're not in love. They just have a beat and double da ba ba da beat. Hey, and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. As long as you do it the right way, kudos to you, boo boo. But
Yeah, I'm good
different.
on that.
Yeah.
I'm good on that because I can't get with that. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got a nice little track for y'all. Indulge by my girl by my new friend. Yeah, Miss T Quest, y'all. We're gonna play this track and we're gonna come right back. So don't you go nowhere. Why does this want to act retarded right now? See, we not finna have these difficulties today. We not finna have these difficulties today. That's okay. We gonna do this the other way then. Because I downloaded it on my phone. Both tracks actually.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have been constant play on my in my phone right now. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this way. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, here is Indulge by my new friend, Miss T Quest. Don't y'all go nowhere. We'll be right back, y'all.
The solution. Say, let's get to the chase. There's a reason why you're up in my space, all up in my face, trying to get a taste of my pink lace. So come over here, claim your prize, you're the winner. You wanna go down, eat me like I'm dinner. For dessert, you just wanna enter. Do the right, bad things like a sinner. Straight triple X nasty. Let's make a movie, you can cast me. Tricks and splits, don't put it past me. Let's have a little fun in the car backseat. I'ma arch my back, play my feet like that. Hop up in the front before the climax. Saddle up ready to straddle that pony. It's whatever for my one and only. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that. I'ma ride that. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready to? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready to? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready to? I'ma ride that. Are you ready to? I like it when you get a little nasty. You make me giggle when you're gripping on my fatty. You got that look like who's gonna stop me? Stop me, and I can make me wanna call you papi. Think I'm not about that chit chat. You can break me off like a Kit Kat. Let's get my action and some satisfaction. There goes the sound of my kitty cat. Indulge in my inner icing. I can feel the heat as it's rising. I got my eyes open wide. I get so amped just looking at the size. It's on and then popping tonight. You're strapped in and I'm ready to ride. You come up with me as I feel you inside. Nice and tight, the way that you lie. I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready? I'ma ride that. I'ma ride that. Are you ready? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready to? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready to? I'ma ride that thing all night for my baby. Are you ready to? I'ma ride that. I'ma ride that. Are you ready to? Mr. Amazing, you are what I'm craving. Enjoy while I excuse my misbehaving. I get so excited, I just cannot hide it. I yearn for you and I cannot fight it. It's so amazing, you are what I'm craving. Enjoy while I excuse my misbehaving. I get so excited, I just cannot hide it. I yearn for you and I cannot fight it. It's so amazing, you are what I'm craving. I get so excited. I yearn for you. I yearn for you. You are Mr. Amazing. You are exactly what I am craving. You are Mr. Amazing. You are exactly what I am craving. Are you ready to?
Yo, I do apologize for the audio quality of the track. It was off my cell phone. I know it was a little low. My apologies to that, y'all. But again, my sincerest apologies. I normally don't do that type of thing. So I apologize to everybody who's listening and everybody who's watching. So my apologies for that. But however, that was indulged by my friend, my new friend, Miss T Quest. That song's got a nice vibe to it, man. It's got a nice
Thank
little smooth
you.
little ride to it. I like that.
I like it too because in the hip hop community, especially with the female rappers, shout out to all the ones that's doing their thing, right? But that's not the only version of women that's out here. You can be a female MC talking about love and being sensual without being over saturated in sex. You know what I'm saying? That's why I mean you laughing, but I'm dead serious. You have to have the variations because there's a variation of women out there. A lot of us are very sensual, very sexy, and get downright dirty, right? But you don't always have to write it like that. So I wanted to give them a different variety.
A different vibe,
you
different
know,
vibe. That was I like
because at the
that.
end of
That
the day,
vibe is
people out here
cool.
doing something. All these kids out here, so we ain't gonna act like we don't be getting vibing. But for real, I just,
That's
you
what's up, though.
know,
That's what's up. And
that's awesome.
I had got someone in the chat talking about, can we get a live? Can we get a live performance? Can we get a live performance? Well, that is completely up to my guest if she's up for it.
Of the song, or
Hey, they just said, can we get a
Mhm.
live performance? That's all. That's all. That's all I got. That's all I got
Okay,
for you.
okay.
I mean,
Um,
we can. It's completely up to you, my
it's
dear.
fine. Like I love my song. Like I love it, especially Indulge. And even though I say it's sensual, like it's my thing. I can
Completely
do a
up to
little
you, my
bit.
dear.
Or you know what I do sometimes too? Even though it's like a rap song, I like to just harmonize parts of the hook. Like
Oh,
Mr. Amazing, exactly what I'm craving. Excuse my misbehaving. Oh baby, because I like you, I love you, I want you, I need you, I'll please you. Oh
ooh.
baby. No.
Mm-mm-mm. Well then.
But
Well
those are just
now.
harmonies I may add into a set if I'm performing live, but they're not actually in the song. It's just some other things that just come to mind because I love love. My whole brand has got to love me. So I just love talking about it, whether as a love guru, as a poet, as a rapper, as a singer. I just love love and spread it as much as I can.
Got you. Got you. Nino Brown over
Mhm.
there talking about oh yeah, with the singing flex. I'm like, she flexing all right.
You I just do what's on my heart. I could have started rapping. Come over here, give me a badge. When you want to go down, eat me like I'm dinner. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do it, but sometimes you gotta give me something a little different. Cause I'm
That's
never
true.
gonna be predictable.
Who wants to be predictable? That's boring.
Actor mundo definitely like me.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Unpredictable. Makes things good, makes things better. I like that.
Facts.
I like
Mhm.
unpredictability, you
Thank
know.
you.
And just, when doing your business and your music and stuff like that, unpredictability is a good thing. At least I like
Mhm.
it because it kind of gets you to think off. It kind of gets you to think on your feet.
It depends on situation. Like you don't always want to be unpredictable. You want to be predictable to a certain degree. Like with music artists, don't be going so left field because you want to be unique and it come out corny. Because that does happen. You you laughing. Look, in my field, right? Um, I interview celebrities every week, right? New
Right.
ones, old ones, like the whole nine. And I remember one time, me and my team we interviewed someone that came back out, and he had a song, and the song was not hot. Okay, so when he asked
Ooh.
me my opinion, I was like, to be honest, I don't really care for the song. I
Ooh.
feel like you're trying to do more new school vibe, but it didn't work in your favor. I'm not saying that you got to go back to the 90s style because that's how we know you, but we already know you can sing. So just sing. Just come up with a nice song of you singing. Don't try to be so new school that it don't work out. I'm not saying, just stay in throw back. Like, no, just use your voice and just come up with a nice record that's still authentically yourself. But you know, he didn't really receive it well. In his opinion, like at the end of the day, my fans gonna be my fans regardless. They've been around all this time. So I'm just like, well, you are here for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You're on our platform for a reason. And I'm gonna give you my honest truth because I treat people the way I want to be treated, whether they're regular people or whether they're celebrities. You know, just like
Right.
if I'm in that seat, I want you to be open, honest with me. I see a lot of people that be kissing up to people because they're like fans of them. They don't want to let them down. Last I checked, they don't pay your bills.
Nope.
You
Not
know,
at
so my
all.
thing is, if you're coming to me as a professional tastemaker of the industry and you're asking my honest opinion, I don't care who you are. I'm going to give you my honest opinion, but always in the most respectful way.
Yeah, because some people can be just a little bit too straight up for their own good.
Yeah, it's trash. It's horrible. I don't know what you was thinking.
Ah, like, and then that person looking like, what the hell they just say?
What the hell?
I mean, you want to be honest, but you also want to be, you want to give honest criticism without trying to hurt someone's feelings because, some people, when you say it's trash, they're like, and they look at like, all this work I just did, you call this trash?
In their mind is if a lot of people like it, the one person said they don't, they automatically looked at as a hater. But what people have to be, everyone has to be on that mature level. What a lot of people are not. Everyone is not going to be your listener. So it is okay to get someone who may not be fond of your music. You're just not my listener for this particular music, but I may have something in my catalog for you, but this one is just not for you.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Chanel said it. Don't ask for my opinion if you don't want the truth.
Ooh, now see, Chanel just like me, right? She'll give it, but she's such a loving person that she's not gonna be cold with it. She's gonna give the truth, but she's still gonna do it in a way that you can receive it responsibly. And that shout out to Chanel. I'm just thinking it's one of my Chanels. I don't know if it's one of your friends. I just assumed it's my Chanel, right?
It is.
Okay, cool. Okay, hey Chanel. You should have her on your show. She's an amazing entrepreneur, singer, pianist. Like she hit notes as high as Mariah Carey. Okay.
Oh,
Chanel
we got a
is.
Mariah Carey in the house, huh?
I'm trying to tell you, Chanel is popping. So make sure y'all connect. But at the end of the day, you just have to be open and honest, respectful. I remember before I did a T-Quest talent show on Tuesday, and I had judge panels. I said, this is not a contest, it's a showcase. But I want you guys to be here. Do not Simon my people. Do not be rude to my people. Just
She
give
says,
them,
Simon, your people. What the world?
yeah, don't Simon my people. Meaning you can be open and honest and give them constructive criticism, but do it in a respectful way that they can receive it and then go back and deliver or make the changes as need be. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wow.
and it worked because everyone came back the next month. They heard the things the judges had to say. There's like, you know what, that makes sense because the way they respectfully put it out there, and they actually all elevated as performers by the next showcase.
So what's the Simon treatment?
Sir, the thing was dreadfully and horrible. You don't even know how to sing.
Oh
Like,
my God.
like you know how he be doing on American Idol. I don't really watch it that much. I watched it a little bit before, but I don't want that
Wow.
stuff. And people are like, well, people have thick skin and they shouldn't be so weak. No, you don't have to be a douchebag, and you just need to be respectful.
Well, you know how people from Great Britain are. They quote unquote
It's
tell it
not
like it
great fit.
is.
There's people here right in America too.
Oh, really?
I witness it every day. Like I told you, I interview people all the time. I'm
So
around other
what's with
tastemakers
the
all the
accent? Is that a
time.
fake accent?
No, you're focused on the wrong stuff. But hi y'all! Shout out to Whitney Escapes, the #1 travel agency in the world that can hook
Ooh.
you up 5-star, make you feel like a king and queen, and give you the ultimate experience when traveling.
I think you've done a an ad for them, haven't you?
Shout out to DJ Nino Brown, the Mix Show DJ of the year, because you know he be out here flexing on them hoes. Might be.
Wow, all these
It's
talents
not
and all
about
these
doing
passions.
commercials for them. It's all about knowing your circle, your connections, what they do, and if you respect what you do. I always take on other people's businesses as my business.
Got
So when
you.
I'm talking to people and they mention traveling, Whitney's Escapes is my business. So I know how to, talk to people about it. When it comes to DJing stuff, DJ El Nino and his company, that is my business. When people talking about they need voice lessons or piano lessons, stuff, I know that Chanel's business. So I will converse about it as if it's my business and then just, direct them as need be. That's the way it should be in our community. Instead of looking at everybody as competition. I want to see everybody be great. That
Oh yeah.
part.
Let's be great together. Let's be great together.
Exactly.
I like that.
Only
Let's
certain
be.
people, because everybody can't be in my circle. But
Yeah, gotta keep that circle small as a period.
mm, facts.
I mean, I
Or
try
you
to.
just be in the midst of a lot of greatness and know how to handle it. To each his own.
Hmm. No
Jeez.
truer word spoken. No truer
I'm
word
telling
spoken.
you, it's them T Quest squiggle lines. Put my name in the middle. I'm deep. I'll be dropping gems. Bloop, 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 bloop.
All this knowledge you dropping on y'all, man. Y'all better catch it. Y'all better catch it. Y'all
Yeah,
better
you better
catch
catch it now because normally I charge for this stuff.
it.
I'm dead serious. We have Zoom classes to help people. We have entrepreneurship 101, music artist 101, podcasting 101, traveling 101, OBS, Twitch, and Zoom 101. Our business
Wow.
is designed to help people elevate and increase in whatever they're trying to do. We help you look at the fine print that most people miss and wonder why they're not flourishing properly. That's why the business is designed the way it is.
Nino Brown said Gemology
Gemology.
101.
I try to tell you that's my partner in greatness. He know what it is.
Word up, bro. Word up, brother. Word up. Gemology
Mhm,
101, because she is dropping gems up in here. Most definitely. I agree, Jim. I agree.
mhm.
Yeah, and I agree too, Miss Chanel. She is the truth, and awesome. Phenomenal would be an understatement, phenomenal would be an understatement. Most definitely would be an understatement.
You know what the secret ingredient is?
What's the
I
secret
just
ingredient?
I just treat people the way I desire to be treated. I want to be loved. I want to be respected. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to build. I want to connect. So that's what I do with everybody else. I treat them with nothing but love and kindness and respect because that's what I desire. That's all it is.
Mm, truth.
Mm-hmm.
Truth in that. And I think we all want
Yeah.
to be treated equally and with fairness. And in this the world we live in, that is so hard to come by.
That's
Because
there's only
people
a selected few. You met my selected few. Chanel,
exactly
Whitney, Nino.
that
That's
inner circle right there, that inner
okay.
circle.
That
That
is
inner circle.
okay. Even people with friends and stuff. I said sometimes you're gonna outgrow your friends. You don't owe them anything just because y'all kicked around a little kickball back in the day and sipping on juicy juice. That does not mean you owe them your life. You guys are gonna grow older. You're experiencing different things, which means there's certain cases you may just part ways. You can love
Right.
each other from a distance, but that doesn't mean because you're still down. I'm supposed to be down here with you feeling bad for you. No, I am up and I'm willing to help you get up. But if you're not willing to help yourself so I can help you, I'm sorry, but I wish you the best in life, but I'm still going to soar. I'm still on a mission.
Yeah. Some people you can't take with you.
And I don't. And I
That's
don't force myself. As I was younger, I forced trying to help people. As soon as I meet them, hey, how are you? What you doing? What's your gift? What's your talent? How can I help? Now I may ask and I can offer you certain things and certain opinions but if you don't take advantage of it, I'm like, all right, I
see you
can't
later.
allow people to stress me. Nope.
That's
Why
true.
would I force you or beg you for me to help you?
That's
No,
true.
no.
That's
I had to
true.
grow from that. I'm good now. Thank you.
I like that. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's an attitude that's, to me, that's a refreshing attitude, because I mean, we all have that one person that we want to try to help as much as we can, and then when
Mm-hmm.
we find out you can't help them,
Nope.
After doing everything that you can't help them, you're
Yep.
like, yeah, I'm gonna move on.
Yep.
And yes, sir, Nino. Yes, sir, Nino. I agree. Be around those that push you to elevate.
Everyone needs a partner in greatness. Shout out to DJ El Nino.
You know what? I'm gonna steal that.
And Whitney and Chanel.
I'm gonna steal that.
Where everyone needs a partner in greatness?
That's right. I'm gonna steal that.
Yes. But if you do not find that partner in greatness, you have to be your own partner in greatness. People always use that as an excuse. I don't have fans. I mean, or I don't have a management, or I don't have a team, I don't have supporters. Then put in your mindset as if other people didn't exist. What do I
Facts.
have to do to make sure I'm good and my business flows? That's it.
Facts. Big facts.
There we
Big
go.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's true. They always say, well, I would be better if my people just support me. Well, if they don't support you, go find some strangers. You in a different stranger car every day called Uber. Like, you know what I'm saying? Social media is so big. It's so wide. There's so many groups and stuff. You don't even got to be friends with these people on social
Best
media.
support
You can
comes
just
from
go in a group.
strangers.
Go get your fans. Go get your supporters. Stop
Your
making
best support comes from
excuses. Do what you got to
strangers.
do. Huh?
Your best support comes from strangers.
Facts. And you don't even owe them a present for their birthday. It's a win-win. But people come up with excuses as a crutch because they really don't want to put in the work. Even when I talk to people like, yeah, I want to do this and that on my business. And as soon as I ask them a couple of questions, facts, Vince, no. As soon as I asked them a couple of questions, they was like, oh, I didn't realize it was going to be like this. I'm like, what I'm telling you is not hard, but it's all about if you're willing to put in that work to lay down a strong and solid foundation for yourself in your business so you can flow properly.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, with
All
all
boils
these
down
hats,
to you.
with all these hats that you're wearing,
Mhm.
what has been what's been the hardest part of this journey thus far? What has been the hardest part of this journey right thus far?
The hardest part is seeing people in my fields on the levels I know I should have already been there,
Mhm.
but I know my journey is different. So I'm like, my dominoes laid the way they laid for a reason, and I'm trusting the process. I remember there was time in my 20s, it was hard for me just to go to concerts. I'm like, that should have been me on that stage. And I'm here in the crowd. These people around me don't even know who I am. I'm a nobody to them, but I know I'm somebody. It used to make me so uncomfortable. I remember I went to a concert and I cried the whole thing. Like, oh my God, is she like a big fan or something? I'm like, no, because I feel like a failure.
Mhm.
So that stuff hurts. When I see that I've been in as a radio personality for 10 years, all of a sudden I see people popping up as podcasters in 2.2 seconds, and now they're making trillions of dollars on YouTube. And like that stuff made me cringe for a moment. But I realized that's their journey, that's not mine. You
Exactly.
know?
Exactly.
So instead of me being upset about it, I'm allowed my human moment. I just use it as motivation to go further. Maybe I need to readjust, reapply, reevaluate, but I'm okay with doing that because I know I'm destined for greatness. And I love, I didn't understand in the moment of going through things why I was going through them, but you just have to
Mhm.
trust the process. And that's what I've been doing my whole life. And now I'm in a better position, a better mindset, but I'm still not where I want to be. So I continue to push myself every day. And the main reason I do it because I always have to remember the future me is depending on me. She can't live and
Ooh,
enjoy her life until I get there for her.
ooh. Say that again. Say that again for the people in the back. I don't think they heard you.
The future me is depending on me. So I have to be better for she.
Ooh. Facts. Facts.
Mhm.
Oh man, big facts.
Facts.
If anybody didn't catch that, I don't know what to tell you because that is very, very factual. You know,
Mm-hmm.
facts. So much, we gonna make this known for everybody to see this one more again. One more again. One more again. Please, if you If you see this on the screen, please write this down. Committed to your memory.
It's so true. Some people would tell you, well, sometimes if you're failing so much, maybe that's not what you need to do.
Man.
Or maybe it is what I need to do, and I just use it as motivation. Because sometimes you stop right before your big break.
Man.
I don't
Factual.
want what ifs. I just
Factual.
trust the process. I know what's destined for me. And that's why I
Exactly.
keep going. And where I am today is exactly the person I'm supposed to be. I'm a better entrepreneur. I'm a better woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm a better artist, a better everything. And despite all the traumatic things I've been through, the person I am today, I'm very proud of because I've elevated and grown mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And some people don't even get a chance to even get to this level.
Exactly. Exactly. And I
Yep.
think the one thing that I learned as you get older, wins and
Mm-hmm.
losses don't count as much.
Hmm.
As I've gotten older and a lot more wiser and mature, wins and losses don't count as much.
I don't even think about it. Even this year, 2021, I was going through some stuff behind the scenes. I'm not talking about COVID or nothing. So let's be clear. Disclaimer. But
Clear disclaimer right
I'm
there.
just talking about it. I went through a lot of is a situation, medical situation where I was really down. Nobody know because I still get on the T question to into the T Quest show, relatable, informative, yet entertaining. I still did everything I did for social media, for entertainment business, but I was really going through some things. But everything in between and around it was still amazing. That I don't even think about it. Why? Because in my mind, it's the past. I've
Right.
healed. I'm fine. They're like, remember when you was? I was like, oh yeah, yeah, whatever. They're like, I'm like, what? It's the past. Why am I thinking about it? It was a sad moment. It was a painful moment. It was a hurtful moment. I was at the hospital. Like, I don't want to think about that stuff. All I'm thinking about is
Right.
today, and I'm good today. That's where my mind is today, and tomorrow. That's it.
All that matters is today
Oh,
because that's
Lily.
all you got. 'Cause that's all you got. That's all you got.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't know if you're gonna meet tomorrow, and yesterday is already past. So all you
Hmm.
got is today. Make the best of it.
Absolutely. That's why
So
I love
factual.
what I do. I love speaking to people. I love being a motivational speaker. I love being on panels, mature panels. You laughing, but I've been on some messy, ratchet panels, people talking over one another. You laugh, but that stuff just irks me. I said, this is wrong with society today. No one knows how to communicate. No one knows how to respect the opinions. They feel some type of way if you don't agree with them. Like, no, an opinion is an opinion, and I have the right to my opinion. And you just have to
Exactly.
respect it. You don't have to agree with it, but you just have to respect it that it's my opinion. You can be like, well, it's sad that you feel that way, but it is what it is. I'm like, exactly. But most people don't do that. That's why I
Mhm.
love when I'm a guest speaker on something where they genuinely want to hear what I have to say. They genuinely have an open heart and ready to receive it. Even on panels, they really listening to what I have to say. That's why when my blog is to help people look at things from a new perspective. I know this relationship group, they've got a book and all this stuff, right? And it's beautiful, but their solid foundation is based off old school rules. And my thing is, to a certain degree, I can understand it, but not 100%. You have to be realistic to your reality.
Mhm.
Yes, it's a beautiful thing when a man has the characteristics of, chivalry is not dead. Someone's still participating and they still open doors, pull out chairs, and, actually walk you to the door, or at least wait for you to get to the door, not just zoom off. Like little things like that, call you to make sure your home safe. It's little thing, and I get all that, but they're like, well, if a man is an alpha, he should be the one approaching a woman. First of all, some of these women are not approachable nowadays. What are you talking about? Or you can meet her in a moment. She's so deep in her thought because as women, we go through so much. We're not angry. We're not bitter. We just got a lot on our mind and we just trying to process it. So you may contact her. So it's okay for her to see you, give some type of notion that it's okay to talk to her, and then you proceed. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a woman picking up a bill. There's nothing wrong with a woman, maybe, depending on the situation, make more money than the man. It depends on the situation. We're all individuals. We have different journeys. It's
Right.
not a bad thing. It's just all about how you handle it and how you deal with it. As long as you and your partner communicate, if that works for you, then do you, boo boo. Like
Major
you,
facts.
it's just so sad. There's no concrete rules to anything. You and I can have be in the same car accident, but the trauma is always going to be different because we're individuals. And people have to realize, I don't see why she can be with him or why he with her. That's not your business. You don't sleep in their bed. Like, mind your business. Like, you don't have to understand. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to give suggestions. That's not your relationship. Relationship,
Exactly.
for the majority of the time, is two people. Not two people plus lunch kinky. But you know what I'm saying. Like, every situation is different. But everybody ain't trying to have that conversation.
Nah, not yet.
Mm-mm.
Some
Nope.
some some people people are afraid of that particular conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They'll run away from that, and they or if they or
Absolutely.
the minute you start talking about it, it's almost like
Mm-hmm.
you're the only one talking, and there's a bunch of crickets in the room when you finish.
Absolutely.
But they ain't ready for that. And that's something that's something that can be most definitely saved for a different time. I mean, most definitely. But yo, I've enjoyed having you here on this put on here tonight. But I want to give you this moment right now to give yourself the best shameless plug you ever can give yourself. I want to let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, what you do, services you offer, and the whole nine. The floor is yours.
Okay. Because you know it's my favorite part because my favorite subject is myself. Now, this is the one and only T Quest. You can follow me on all social media at T Quest GLM. Download your T Quest mobile app in your Google Play Store and your App Store for free. Sign up for my mail list on my website, gottalovemeworld.com, where you can find Gotta Love Me Radio, home of the music and conversations that you want to hear. GLM Designs catering to all your graphic needs. GLM Voice, because I am the voice goddess. GLM merch is hoodie season, so you need to go buy you a hoodie and just everything. We have Zoom classes. You can hire me as a graphic designer, voiceover specialist, even a motivational speaker. If you have a platform and you want to have a conversation or need some gems drop, like, I am here for you guys. All you have to do is communicate with me. Like, this is what I do, this is what I've trained to do, this is who I am. So just contact me. And if you are new to the T Quest and the GLM experience, I really encourage you guys to contact me. Just let me know that you heard me on Trailblazer. Even if you just slid in one of my DMs with a heart, just acknowledge me. Just let me know that you are listening. Just let me know you received anything from me. That's all I ask, okay? Just communicate with me and just know that I'm here, as well as my business, to help anybody elevate within themselves as well as a business. And shout out to everyone who's taken the time to watch this platform today, because everything in life is optional, but you chose to be here. And special shout out to my core. DJ El Nino, Winnie Escapes, and Chanel Narcissus, and everyone else who's tuned in right now. But most importantly, shout out to you, Frederick, on Trailblazers Radio.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that so very much. I really
You're
do. Thank
welcome.
you, my dear. Thank you. I am very appreciative of that. Thanks
Thank
for that
you.
plug. Now, the one thing that I always like to ask every guest that
Mhm.
comes on to here, and it's a very personal question, but
That's fine.
it's more personal to you than it is for me.
That's fine.
So we all think of life as this big thing. I think of it as a marathon, and everybody's in a different stage of that marathon. You have the beginning
Mhm.
stage of where you're coming out the gate and you're starting. You're at the middle stage of where you have your pace. You're going at a good clip, and you have your pace. And then you're at the end where you see the finish line, and you're at that last point of that marathon, and you're pushing toward the end. Where do you see yourself in this marathon right now? And this is all encompassing with your business, with life, everything.
I honestly don't even see myself in the marathon because I've already crossed the finish line because I'm already a winner.
Ooh. Mm, mm, mm. Ooh.
I'm just being honest.
Ooh. That's hot. That's hot.
Yeah, that's
So,
just the honest truth.
ooh. I need you to elaborate on that. I need you to elaborate on that.
Okay, not a problem. You know how people say, "Oh, I can't wait to be famous. I can't wait to be a famous this, famous that." I'm like, when you break it down, if you if your career is desired to be a singer and you're already singing, doesn't that make you a singer? If you're desired to be a comedian and you're already making people laugh, aren't you already a comedian? The only
Yep.
difference is the amount of followers, bigger platforms, and your bank account. But last I checked, you're already living your dream. It's just not at the level you want it to be. So don't look at yourself as failing. And we have to learn that the hard way. Even like with my grandmother, she always said, "Oh, you're so gifted, you're so talented, you need to do this, and I can't wait to see you on the big screen and this. I can't wait to see you follow you." I'm just like, and it's something I had to make sure I had this conversation with before she passed. I'm just like, Nana, you do know that I'm already living my dream, right? Because I'm already singing and rapping and dancing and comedy and writing. Like I'm already living my dream. You do understand that? And I had to hear those words from her before
Mm,
she passed because I didn't want to feel like she looked at as if I never made it before she passed. But she's like, "Of course, I already know." I said, "I just needed to hear the words." You
right.
know what I'm saying? So I've already won. I'm
Mm,
already here. I'm living my dream. Right now is just to elevate and increase every day as a better woman, as a better artist, a better sister, a better daughter, a better partner, like all this stuff, you
mm.
know? So I can really be like, wow, I did this. We did this. Like I'm here. And it's only going to get better. And if I have those moments when I may slip or like I'm not really human like you guys, but you know what I'm saying. I have human tendencies, but it's okay because I don't been through so much. Like nothing faces me at this point. It's just a storm that eventually is going to dry up and the sun will shine again.
Oof. On that, that's a mic drop. That's on that, y'all. That's one to grow on. That's actually more than one to grow on. Man, I love that particular answer because it's not to say that it's an unusual answer, but it's a factual answer. You know, if you're already doing what you love doing, then your race is already won.
Exactly.
Why run another race? No need for that. You're
Mhm.
already at the pinnacle of where you want to be. You're just not at
Mhm.
the level you want to be.
I'm here and I'm happy today. That's all that
And that's all that matters, man.
matters. Hmm.
Look at that, Mike. It's been so many mic drops around here.
That's the problem now. We need to come up with a new term because everybody know in the music and entertainment industry, ain't nobody got time for you dropping no mic. Them things is expensive, okay? We need to come up with
Yes.
a new term, just like in theater, go break a leg. We need new positive terms. I
Yeah.
mean, need to come up with some. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Like we like
I
that dropping gems. I prefer that over a mic drop.
hey.
It's just
I
sensitive.
I
Drop a
like
mic at
that.
a show and see what happens. You think people gonna smile? No.
Nope.
Ain't
They'll look at you
nobody
like,
gonna smile.
what the hell's wrong with him? That's
Facts.
expensive. Hope he paying for that.
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
Respect
And
the mic.
exactly. Like most definitely. I have in oh man. Jim's been dropped over here. Diamond Diamond's been shining over here. Look, y'all. If y'all didn't take away any one of these gems that she dropped or these diamonds that's shining out here and they still shining, catch the replay. I guarantee you it's gonna be something that She says that's gonna be powerful, gonna be impactful,
You should leave
possibly
your
could
mark
change your life.
everywhere you go.
Ah, yes,
I see
indeed.
it every day, all day. Interview people every day, all day. They're like, yo, this is so and so. I got a new song. I'll check me out. Follow me here. Yeah, I'm just out here doing my thing. I'm just like, with me, there's a purpose. Like I tell you, I value my time. If I'm here, I'm going to make sure that I'm on time. I'm respecting your time. I'm going to share it. That's my contribution, like I did. And I'm going to make sure that you and I are going to have a great conversation. That's what I call. They're not really interviews, conversations. And I'm
Right.
going to make sure that you get something out of it, as well as your listeners. And if I gain at least one new follower being on your podcast, I'm already a step above.
Mm. Mission accomplished, eh? I like
You
that.
don't know that. You don't know if your followers follow me. So you can't say mission accomplished, but we still in that last thread.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't count it as a surprise if somebody on this platform begins to follow you.
I'm just saying. It hasn't happened yet
Look here.
that I know of because I'm paying
No.
attention to you.
Look at you.
I'm just saying.
Don't get me over here all cheesing like a rat over here.
As you should, because the quest effect is real. If I don't
Ooh.
affect your life, especially in a positive way, then I'm not doing my job.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Indeed, indeed. Mission, and I'll say mission accomplished on that. Big old mission accomplished on that.
Thank you.
But yo, I have enjoyed this time that I had to spend with you tonight. I
Hmm.
appreciate you for taking the time out of your schedule to come on this platform and bless us with your presence, your enthusiasm, everything. I'm greatly appreciative of you. Thank you so very much for coming on to the show tonight. I am more than glad that you came on and we had that conversation prior to that. So thank you
Hmm.
so very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, lovers, enemies, whomever, I present to you. Well, I won't even say present to you. I introduce to y'all. Well, Trailblazers family, Radio family. I'm introducing my friend T Quest to y'all, but for a lot of other people, she don't need an introduction. She's already known. But to our family, you're we're introducing you, and I appreciate you. And here when I always tell folks when you come here, you are family. So an invitation is always open if you want to come back on. It's that's an open invitation. So when you
Mm-mm.
ready, she said, why not?
It's not about when I want to come on. It's when you're doing a show with a specific topic and T Quest got them gems. That's when you come holler at me like, Quest, are you available? I need you.
Ooh,
Ooh.
there you go. There you go. That's
It's
what's up.
true.
I and like I'm gonna find a topic that's gonna be
Don't just be coming
interesting.
up with stuff. Just get me back because you're gonna miss me as soon as I get off this thing because it happens. Okay, but
Seriously.
I'm just kidding.
There she go, y'all. But yo, I enjoy this time here. Thank you so very much for being here and being on the show tonight. Well, again, you dropping gems, your wonderful music, your enthusiasm and
Thank
everything.
you.
All that is so much needed in a saturated world where everything is just like ugh. So
Hmm.
that's very much needed. So we need more personalities like yours around because
Trust me, they're there, and I found a good handful of them, and they are beautiful souls, male and female. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the
bring it.
closet ambassador. But you get to do what I normally do with people that I'm honored to be on their platforms. You got to put me in your schedule to have an after conversation.
Of course.
You
We
know what
got
I'm
we got
saying?
that.
So,
So
not tonight.
Ooh,
because you're already taking an hour and a half. After that, if you was a client, I have to charge you.
ooh,
But
for sure, for
definitely have
sure,
to have the
for sure.
conversation. Okay,
Well, most
because
definitely.
I'm here.
So,
Why are you
so
laughing?
just no reason. So,
Because
ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna conclude.
it's real. Don't deny it, Frederick.
We're not going there today. We're not going there tonight.
It's already there because he questions his own the show.
Oh, ooh. Confident and confident and confident. I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude tonight's episode of Trailblazers with me, your host, Mr. Frederick Beatty, and my beautiful and wonderful and talented, multi-talented guest, Miss T Quest. As she stated earlier, follow her at TQuestGLM on all social media platforms. She has an app that is available for download on the Apple App Store and on Google Play. So if you guys are interested in that, or if it makes sense for you, go check those out by all means. And also, if it makes sense for you, if you have questions or anything like that, hit her up in her DMs if it makes sense for you. But on that note, this is going to end our show tonight. Again, I want to thank my beautiful guest, Miss T Quest, for being on here and tune in to being on the show tonight. Tune in to us Friday. Tune into us tomorrow with My Life as Destiny. Quint Jones and Coco Fenton will be on Wednesday night at 8:00, and also tune into the Arthur's Alley on at 8:00 Eastern Time Friday. My special guest in the building will be Miss Kimberly Doo-Wop Bolden, and we're going to be having a nice conversation. But until then, I want y'all to take care of each other. I want y'all to be safe. But most importantly, I want y'all to love on each other because that is important. And until then, peace.
Adios.